वनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। बोलो गिरिराज महाराज की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। Hare Krishna. We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 10, entitled Prahlāda, the best among exalted devotees. Text number 4. Please respond. नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
घटेत करुणात्मनः
घटेत करुणात्मनः
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
न स भृत्यः स वैवणिक
न स भृत्य स वैवणिक।
नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
घटेत करुणात्मनः
घटेत करुणात्मनः
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
न स भृत्यः स वैवणिक
न स भृत्य स वैवणिक।
नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
नान्यता ते खिल गुरो
घटेत करुणात्मनः
घटेत करुणात्मनः
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
यस्त आशीष आशास्ते
न स भृत्यः स वैवणिक
न स भृत्य स वैवणिक। नान्यता ते किल गुरो घटेत करुणात्मनः यस्त आशीष आशास्ते न स भृत्य स वैवणिक। नान्यता ते किल गुरो घटेत करुणात्मनः यस्त आशीष आशास्ते न स भृत्य स वैवणिक।
माताजी।
नान्यता ते किल गुरो घटेत करुणात्मनः यस्त आशीष आशास्ते न स भृत्य स वैवणिक।
Word to word meaning. Na, not. Anyata, otherwise. Te, of you. Akhila Guru, O supreme instructor of the entire creation.
O Supreme Instructor of the entire creation.
Ghateta,
Ghateta,
such a thing can happen.
such a thing can happen.
Karunatmanaha,
Karunatmanaha,
the Supreme Person who is extremely kind to his
the
devotees.
Supreme Person who is extremely kind to his devotees.
Yaha,
Yaha,
any person who,
any person who,
te, from you,
from you,
Ashishaha,
Ashishaha,
material benefits,
material benefits,
Ashaste,
Ashaste,
desires
desires,
in exchange for serving you,
in exchange for serving you.
na,
No,
not,
not.
saha,
Saha,
such a person,
such a person.
Bhrityaha,
Bhrityaha,
a servitor,
a servitor.
saha,
Saha,
such a person,
such a person.
why,
Why,
indeed,
indeed,
Vanik,
Vanik,
a merchant
a merchant
who wants to get material profit from his business.
who wants to get material profit from his business.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, O my Lord, O Supreme Instructor of the entire world, you are so kind to your devotee that you could not induce him to do something unbeneficial for him. On the other hand, one who desires some material benefit in exchange for devotional service cannot be your pure devotee. Indeed, he is no better than a merchant who wants profit in exchange for service. Purport. It is sometimes found that one comes to a devotee or a temple of the Lord just to get some material benefit. Such a person is described here as a mercantile man. Bhagavad Gita speaks of Artho Jigyasur Artharthi. The word Artha refers to one who is physically distressed, and Artharthi refers to one in need of money. Such persons are forced to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead for mitigation of their distress or to get some money by the benediction of the Lord. They have been described as Sukruti, pious, because in their distress or need for money, they have approached the Supreme Lord. Unless one is pious, one cannot approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, although a pious man may receive some material benefit, one who is concerned with material benefits cannot be a pure devotee. When a pure devotee receives material opulences, this is not because of his pious activity but for the service of the Lord. When one engages in devotional service, one is automatically pious. Therefore, a pure devotee is Anya Bilashita Shunyam. He has no desire for material profit, nor does the Lord induce him to try to profit materially. When a devotee needs something, the Supreme Personality of Godhead supplies. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Sometimes materialists go to a temple to offer flowers and fruit to the Lord because they have learned from Bhagavad Gita that if a devotee offers some flowers and fruits, the Lord accepts them. In Bhagavad Gita 9.26, the Lord says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahartam ashnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. Thus, a man with a mercantile mentality thinks that if he can get some material benefit like a large amount of money, simply by offering a little fruit and flower, this is good business. Such persons are not accepted as pure devotees. Because their desires are not purified, they are still mercantile men, even though they may go to temples to make a show of being devotees. Sarvapadi vinir muktam tatparatvena nirmalam. Only when one is fully freed from material desires can one be purified. And only in that purified state can one serve the Lord. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. This is the pure devotional platform. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrupatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nanda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yonta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptan Sanjivayat Akila Shakti Dhara Swadhamna Anyam Shahasta Charana Shravanat Vagadin Pranannamo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Katanchana Smrite Yasmin Duskaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismrite Viparitam Syat Sri Chaitanya Namamitam. Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Dayine. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the morning Śrīmad Bhāgavatam class. We are reading Prahlāda Mahārāja's second innings of prayers. First set of prayers he offered, Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva is very pleased, asked him to take a benediction. And now Prahlāda Mahārāja says, I don't want to have a mercantile business. I have not offered prayers so that I can get something material in return. And then the Lord insists, and then Prahlāda Mahārāja will ask for, what blessing does he ask for? To liberate his father, to forgive his father. And he remembers that one incident when his father smelt his head and showered affection on him. So this is a very beautiful section where the Bhagavatam, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is giving us the standard of approaching the Lord. I want nothing, Krishna. I just want to please you. Now this is interesting. For many, this seems to be very impractical. Devotees go to Krishna even for not just Krishna, I have exams tomorrow, please let me pass. Or even when they're going for yatra, like Vrindavan Dham yatra. So ideally, if you are going for yatra, you should pray for me. I'm not going there. But devotees say, Prabhu, please pray for me that we can have a yatra in good consciousness. We always want for ourselves all the time. But Bhagavatam standard is, Krishna, nothing for me, everything for you. Material consciousness is everything for me, nothing for Krishna. So we have to somewhere come to the middle ground, which is something for me and something for Krishna. Otherwise, Bhagavatam will appear very impractical for many devotees. I remember once His Holiness Radhana Samya Maharaj was giving a class to the youth, and one boy asked a question. Maharaj, we know that humility is the highest, but we are not able to practice humility. And we know humility is so important. Trinadapi suni chena tarorapi saishtunam. This is the highest. Maharaj snapped him. No. Trinadapi suni chena is not the highest. That was quite a revelation. Then Maharaj said, the highest is Ashlishyava Padaratam Pinastumam. Krishna, everything is for you, nothing for me. Whatever you do with me, whether you embrace me or reject me, I'll always be yours. So we may not be there yet, but in the middle ground, there, I want something for me and something for Krishna. So let us assume we are all at that level. Let us be honest. We are not completely like, everything for me, nothing for Krishna. We are not that level because we are practicing Krishna consciousness. So when we are at this middle level where, we want something for ourselves, but also for Krishna, we need to inculcate three principles. One is affection for Krishna. Somehow we have to have some affection. Like offering a flower. Like we have in our artis, we offer flowers because somehow we want to have affection. Like I remember one Grahastha devotee, he's a close friend of mine. So we would, in one yatra, we were in the same room. And I was shocked at his Krishna consciousness. And he keeps saying, I'm a money-minded person. I always want money. I'm not sincere. And you are brahmachari. You are so sincere. You would always speak like that. Somewhere, subconsciously we start believing. But that staying with him shocked me because at home he has a beautiful altar. So he has taken a photograph of that altar and he has laminated that altar. And he has kept that altar. He would carry that altar with him, that laminated altar. So in the room where we were staying, he had put that altar. And I would see, before consuming anything, he would offer everything to that altar. Fruits, anything. So he was taking a medicine. Before taking the medicine also, he would offer to Krishna. I was observing him. And then one boy came, he gave me a diary and a pen because he thought I write a lot of journals. And he gave me as a gift. And he brought two sets, one to give him also and one to give me. So as soon as he gave me, I immediately put it in the bag. And this Prabhuji immediately took it and went to the altar and put it in the altar. So I was observing him. And then I said, Prabhu, you keep saying that you are materialistic, you have a lot of selfish desires, you are sense gratifier, but you are always coming to Krishna. So you offer like this everything. I saw you offer medicines also. He said, yes, Prabhuji, I offer even when we buy some new shirt, nothing, anything comes new, we offer to Krishna. So I could see he has affection. So he may be earning money for his own family and all that, but he's cultivating affection. Second, appreciation. Devotees, we are at the middle ground is where, because we are not yet in that level where we can offer everything to Krishna, we do three things. We appreciate the gifts that Krishna is giving us. Right? Krishna is giving us a lot of gifts all the time. So when I said appreciation, what I mean is gratitude basically. Gratitude. I'm using AAA just so that it's easy to remember. But when I say appreciation, I'm referring to the principle of gratitude. Thank you, Krishna, you've given me so much. So then we'll slowly come to a stage where we can tell Krishna, Krishna, I am yours and everything is for you. So that is appreciation. Second is some affection. And third is aspiration to be at this level of Prahlāda Maharaj. We may not be there yet, but we should keep this as a role, that as our highest ideal. We are not there, it's okay. Don't have to beat yourself for not being there. But at least we can aspire. One day I want to reach there. So today I want to share one story from our scriptures of devotees who are at that level. Because we want to aspire, right? We want to aspire to be that level. So let us hear about one devotee or group of devotees who are at that level where they want nothing for themselves but only for Krishna. Are we there? Are we there at that level? No. But what we have to do? Hear about them. So if we hear about them, one day we will also get the desire to be there. So this is a story given in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Narad Muni is going everywhere searching for the best devotee who has got maximum mercy. And he first sees one Brahmana doing a lot of puja, elaborate worship of Shaligram at Prayag. And he says, you are the best devotee, you have got the maximum mercy. And the Brahmana says, no, I'm useless. I'm so fallen. I'm not good devotee. The actual devotee who has got lot of mercy is that devotee in South India. King, he's a king. And he does so much worship. I am just worshipping Shaligram, but he makes a whole kingdom worship Krishna. He is the best devotee. So then Narad Muni becomes very excited. He goes to South India to see that king. And he glorifies that king. He says, you are the best devotee. How much nicely you are worshipping Krishna. So that king says, I am nothing. What worship I am doing? Actually, Indra is the best devotee. In the heavenly kingdoms, he is always worshipping the Lord. So then Narad Muni becomes very happy. He comes to Swarga Loka. I'm doing fast forward because I want to go to that best devotee. So the long story in the first part of Vraj Bhagavatam. So when Indra hears Narad Muni glorifying him, he starts crying. He says, I'm an offender. I tried to kill the Brajavasis. I'm not a sincere devotee. The best devotee is Brahmaji. In Brahmaloka, Lord comes as Mahapurusha with thousands of heads and he keeps consuming all the offerings, bhoga. So Brahmaji is the best devotee. So then Narad Muni is so happy, he goes to Brahmaloka. And in Brahmaloka he says, because Brahmaji is father also of Narad Muni, so he says, you are the best devotee. And in excitement he says, you are basically the avatar of the Lord for creation. So when he glorifies like that, Brahmaji gets very angry. He says, did I not educate you properly? How can you call me the Lord? And I am not a best devotee because I have offended. I tried to kidnap Krishna's friends and cows. The devotee who has got maximum mercy is Lord Shiva. He does the most difficult task of taking care of all the ghosts, hobgoblins, and is constantly meditating on Lord Vishnu. So Narad Muni then goes to Lord Shiva that you are the most fortunate recipient of the Lord's mercy. And Lord Shiva says, he starts crying. He says, I fought with the Lord. I am not the best devotee. And then he says, Vaikuntha Loka devotees are the best devotees. And then he sees Mother Parvati is there with Lord Shiva. And Mother Parvati says, yes, not only Lord Vaikuntha devotees are the best, Goddess Lakshmi, she is the best servant of the Lord. So like that, she is glorifying Goddess Lakshmi. And then Mother Parvati goes inside. Then Lord Shiva tells Narad Muni, I'll tell you one secret. Vaikuntha devotees are the best devotees of the Lord, but Vaikuntha has come here. And the devotees have come here in this material world. And the best devotee here is Prahlāda, about whom we are reading. Because for him the Lord came out of a pillar. So Narad Muni becomes so happy, he starts running towards Prahlāda. He says, Prahlāda, you are the best devotee, and starts glorifying Prahlāda. And remember, Prahlāda is disciple of Narad Muni. Narad Muni is Guru. Generally, disciple glorifies Guru. But Narad Muni is so simple-hearted that he becomes so happy glorifying his own disciple. He starts jumping, dancing, so happy. So then Prahlāda starts crying. He says, oh, I am not a great devotee. The Lord came out of pillar to protect me, but the Lord served me. But I am not serving the Lord. Actual devotee is Hanuman. He is always serving. So go to Kim Purusha Loka, you will find him serving the Lord always. The Narad Muni becomes very happy. He goes to Hanumanji and says, and Hanumanji and Narad Muni start embracing each other. They start dancing in Kirtan. They start bathing each other with the tears of affection. And he glorifies Hanuman. They hold, like the Vraj Bhagavatam describes how, they hold each other's neck and they start jumping, rolling. It's very graphically described their love for each other. And Hanuman gets very upset when Narad Muni glorifies him as the best devotee. Hanuman says, what is this? I am not serving the Lord. Lord took my service, but he has gone away now. I'm here waiting for service. But actual devotees are Pandavas. Because Lord is serving them. How much close they must be to the Lord. Then he becomes very happy, goes to Hastinapur to meet the Pandavas, and he says, you are the best devotees. And Pandavas say, why are you saying best devotee? Because Lord is serving you. So then Pandavas say, what is the use? He is not here, with us. Whatever you say, but Lord is not with us. He is with whom? He is with the Yadavas in Dwarka. So Dwarka residents are the best devotees. Are you all able to remember the flow? Thoda sa bada do na. So first whom does he meet? Narad Muni? Brahmana. Second, South Indian king. And then Indra. Then Brahma. Then Shiva. Then before Prahlāda, he glorifies Vaikuntha-vasis and Lakshmi ji. And after Prahlāda, Hanuman. After Hanuman, Pandavas. After Pandavas, Dwarka-vasis, Yadavas. So we'll join the story here. So Narad Muni has come to Dwarka. And the Yadavas are in the assembly hall. What is that assembly hall called? Sudharma hall. And Narad Muni sees something very interesting. Everybody is looking like this towards the door with anticipation because they are waiting for Krishna to come in the morning to the Sudharma hall assembly. Generally, Krishna would have come long back, but today is very late. So they are waiting, looking at Krishna's direction. When will Krishna come? The eyes are on Krishna's pathway. And then Narad Muni enters and they are all very happy, surprised. Oh, Narad Muni is here. And Narad Muni comes running, dancing because he is thinking, he is in the mood that all these devotees are the best devotees. They have got the maximum mercy. So he comes and they offer a high seat to Narad Muni, our special guest. Narad Muni says, no, I am your servant. You are the best devotees. So Narad Muni sits on the floor in front of the Yadavas. And they are all sitting on a high seat. Narad Muni considers them as better. Actually, Narad Muni is the best devotee. He is going everywhere. But Narad Muni starts glorifying Yadavas so much that he sits on the ground and starts clapping his hands. He says, you are all best devotees. Then the Yadavas feel very awkward. Narad Muni is sitting on the floor. So they renounce their thrones, their seats. They also come and sit on the floor with Narad Muni and they surround him. So in Sudharma hall, which is such a big hall, they're all sitting on the floor. And Narad Muni starts glorifying all the Yadavas. He says, you are the best devotees. Krishna stays with you. Nobody else. Vaikuntha has come here and Dwarka is more opulent than Vaikuntha. And you are serving Krishna here. Krishna is with you. So when they glorify, and then it tells Ugrasen Maharaj, Krishna worships you and always is begging for service. So you are getting so much mercy of Krishna. So Yadavas become very disturbed. They say, Narad Muniji, why are you coming here and giving us such unpleasant, why are you telling us that we are the best devotees? No. And in English they have a saying, attack is the best form of defense. So what the Yadavas say to Narad Muni, that you are saying because Krishna worships us, but Ugrasen Maharaj, so we are the best devotees. So Ugrasen Maharaj says, Krishna worships you also. So you are better devotee than all of us. And Krishna is merciful to us doesn't mean we are best devotee. It means Krishna's mercy is great, not that we are great. We are very unqualified. And they start lamenting, crying. And then they say, actually, because Narad Muni had said that because of all of your love, Krishna has forgotten Vaikuntha. And he is happy here in Dwarka. So Yadavas say that, they are feeling very ashamed. And they say, yes, we are fortunate because Lord is here. But actual devotee who has got mercy is Uddhava. So now you see the whole connection. Brahmana, king, South Indian king, Indra, Brahma, Shiva, Vaikuntha, Lakshmi, Vaikuntha Vasis, then Prahlāda, Hanuman, Pandavas, Yadavas, Uddhava. So then they start glorifying Uddhava. Uddhava is an advisor to Krishna, he is a friend, he is a disciple, he is a servant, he takes prasadam with Krishna, he eats with him, he jokes with him, and Krishna confides his heart to Uddhava, and Uddhava's thighs, legs, they become pillow for Krishna to sleep sometimes. And when Krishna wanted to send Uddhava on the most intimate mission, he sent Uddhava on his most intimate mission of consoling the Brijavasis. And when Samba and Lakshmana were arrested, when Samba was arrested by the Kauravas, when he had married Lakshmana, that time Balram had gone to release Samba. And Krishna told Balram, take Uddhava with you. So Uddhava is sent on the most important mission. Uddhava is a representative of Krishna. He has same bodily features of Krishna. So Narad Muniji, the best devotee is Uddhava. So now go to Uddhava and please tell him we are waiting for Krishna. Please tell him to bring Krishna immediately. We are dying in separation. So Narad Muni finally feels his search has ended. Now he is happy. And he's so happy, he starts tripping, falling, rolling, and suddenly becomes motionless, trembling. Bhagavatam describes he becomes like a leaf in a storm. He's carried away by his emotions for love of devotees that he's just thrown here and there, and he's not knowing where he is, and he keeps looking for Uddhava. finally reaches Uddhava's palace, where Krishna is also there only. And there, when he reaches Parikshit, now this story is being narrated by Parikshit Maharaj to Mother Uttara before he leaves this world. So Parikshit Maharaj says, "My dear mother," now he tells her, "please be attentive now. Please be awake. Don't sleep." He didn't say that. So then he says, "This story now, what you are going to hear, has the potential to make one insane. Because the subject matter that you are going to hear now is the essence of all spiritual revelation." So what happens? Narad Muni comes, he is very surprised. An extraordinary scene is being seen there. Uddhava is sitting very despondent. His hand is on his head and he's sitting like this. He has a disturbed mind. And next to Uddhava, who are all sitting? Rukmini, Satyabhama, so many queens of Dwarka, Mother Devaki, Rohini, Balramji is also there. And Padmavati is also there. Anybody knows who is Padmavati? There are many Padmavatis in our scriptures. Nityanand Prabhu's mother is Padmavati. Goddess Lakshmi is known as Padmavati. Tirupati Balaji's consort is Padmavati. Jayadev Goswami's wife is Padmavati. But the Padmavati here is very special. Who is she? Anybody knows? Which Padmavati are we talking about here? Who is with Rukmini, Satyabhama, all of them? She is the mother of Kamsa, wife of Ugrasen Maharaj. So Ugrasen's son is Kamsa? No, there is a little twist in the story. So when Kubera's bad servant Drumila, he got attracted to Padmavati and he changed his form and came as Ugrasen Maharaj. And by their union, Kamsa was born. So Kamsa was demoniac because Drumila was demoniac. So Kamsa is now dead, but his mother Padmavati, Ugrasen Maharaj, they are all in Dwarka. So this Padmavati is a little special personality. She loves Krishna, but her rasa is different. Because she is very attached to Krishna, but in a different way. So we'll see that. So everybody is sitting there and everybody is crying. Generally, you will think that Rukmini, devotee, Uddhava, they all should be happy, no? They are with Krishna, but they are crying. And when Narad Muni comes, they all bow down to Narada. And Narada Muni says, "I have come to meet Uddhava, the best devotee. One speck of dust from Uddhava's lotus feet will make me the most fortunate person in the world. And Krishna has declared that nobody is as dear to me as Uddhava. Even Brahma, Shiva, Garuda, Lakshmi, Balramji, even I am myself not as dear to me as Uddhava." So Uddhava is the recipient of Krishna's supreme mercy. So as Narad Muni was glorifying, Uddhava was already sad. After hearing Narad Muni's glorification, he becomes embarrassed and he falls at the feet of Narad Muni. And he says, "I am feeling ashamed. What are you saying, O revered Narada Muni? I am fallen. I am helpless. And recently I went to Vrindavan, and what I saw there crushed my pride to powder. Because there are no devotees like residents of Vrindavan, because they want nothing for themselves and everything for Krishna." This is the theme we are discussing today, right? The best devotees are those residents of Vrindavan. And then he says, Uddhava says, "When I saw their love, I realized not only how much they love Krishna, I realized how much sweet Krishna is. And then seeing their devotional ecstasy, I realized my bhakti is insignificant. And my ultimate hope is to become a blade of grass or a clump of weeds in Vrindavan, so that the gopis can step on my head and I can get blessings." You know, our Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj would give a very nice example. He says, our Uddhava went to Vrindavan wearing this hat, this British hat, Lord's big hat of Jnana, knowledge. Jnana Mishra. He had this knowledge that Krishna is Supreme Lord. Because he is disciple of Brihaspati. So he went with that, wearing that hat of knowledge to Vrindavan. That I can console the Brajavasis. I can tell them, don't cry, don't be sad. We are not the body, we are the soul. And Krishna is Supreme Lord. But when he went to Vrindavan and he saw their love, Uddhava was totally bewildered. Because Uddhava is trying to convince them Krishna is Lord and they are not getting convinced. They are saying, but Krishna is not here. So then, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they have a conversation with Uddhava. And Uddhava tells them, you are crying so much, but do you understand? Krishna is God. So he thinks if I give them proof, they will be impressed. So Uddhava tells them, Krishna defeated Jarasandha and his army 17 times. So if you hear this, our child can defeat huge army alone 17 times. So you will think, wow, he must be really supreme. But when when Uddhava tells this to Brajvasis, Nanda Baba says, oh, so much, so he must be very tired. So he is not able to think what Uddhava wants him to think. Oh, he must be very weak. Is he eating properly? Are they eating? We are talking about him destroying the entire armies. So they just don't understand only what Uddhava is trying to say. So finally, Uddhava says, Arey Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, don't you realize? Krishna is God, Supreme God. So he thinks now they will understand and they will believe me. So Nanda Baba says, Uddhava, we thought you are a very intelligent person. But you don't even know this much. We heard that God means Narayan, one who gives shelter for all living entities. But our Krishna, we give him shelter. So how can he be God? You are not intelligent. You should know all this. God means he is Aptakam, Atmaram, completely self-satisfied. That is God. But our Krishna is never satisfied. He is always stealing butter. So like that, they disprove Uddhava. And Uddhava starts thinking, what is this? How much? Because their love is so much that because of their love, all the knowledge that Krishna could be God is covered. So our Mahārāja was saying that he came wearing a hat of knowledge about Krishna. And when he looked at the gopis' love for Krishna, and he saw that their love is very high. Oh, so much love, so much love, so much love. Oh, so much, so much, so much. And he kept looking up and his hat fell down. His hat of knowledge fell down. He realized that this is Kevala Bhakti. And then he got this pole star realization. Pole star matlab, if you want to see, if it is very dark, then darkness goes by sun. So when you are seeing the sun, you can see the sun. And then when the sun is there, you can see all the things clearly. You can see trees, mountains, everything. Sun is there. But there are some things that cannot be seen when the sun is there. That is the pole star. For the pole star to be seen, the sun has to go away. It has to be completely covered with darkness. So similarly in our world, in this world, if we want clarity, discernment, sense of discrimination, viveka, intelligence, then what we need? The sun of knowledge. Scriptures, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hoye andhakar, jahan Krishna tahan nahi Maya radhikar. So when there is knowledge of Krishna, then all confusion will go away. But Gopi's love for Krishna is like pole star. To appreciate that love, then the sun of knowledge has to go away. It has to be covered. There has to be Kevala Bhakti, pure love. So this is what Uddhava realized. So Uddhava is telling all this to Narad Muni that I am not at all a devotee compared to Brajavasis. But I can speak more and more, Uddhava says, but I cannot now because Krishna is very sad. He is very distressed, and if Krishna hears what I am talking, this will increase his grief. Krishna will become more sad. And so please, Narad Muniji, please don't inquire about these confidential topics of gopis of Vrindavan and Brajavasis. Don't ask. So when Uddhava is glorifying Brajavasis, there is one more person in that entire assembly, in that group, other than Balram, who was also in Vrindavan. Anybody knows who? Rohini. Excellent. Rohini Ji was there. So when Rohini hears, so she says, now she is in Dwarka. Earlier she was in Vrindavan. So now her memory of Vrindavan also starts coming back. And she becomes very emotional. And she says, "Oh, Uddhava, you are right. You know, the Brijavasis are drowning in an ocean of gloom and fire of separation. Actually, I saw the condition of Mother Yashoda, Nanda Baba, and all of them, Brijavasis, are crying. And their crying will melt even stones. Even thunderbolt will crack. They are all like living corpses. They are so attached to Krishna. And when Sandipani Mani took Krishna for education, and then when he came back after his education, I told Krishna the condition of Brijavasis. They cannot speak, they are only crying, they cannot eat, they are not doing anything. Please go and visit them. I told Krishna, I begged Krishna, I told him, Krishna, they won't survive. And all of this, after I told Krishna, did this soften Krishna's heart? No. Instead of going there, Uddhava, he sent you there. Is this your Lord's mercy? Demons, demigods, they all came to Vrindavan, they caused trouble, but Brajavasis never felt any trouble because they were so attached to Krishna. They want nothing but Krishna. Because they never think of themselves. They have dedicated everything to make Krishna happy. But how did he reciprocate? He did not go there only. So Krishna surely has a hard heart. So who are the two people who are glorifying Brijavasis? So far, Uddhava and Rohini. So when Rohini is glorifying like this, now there is Padmavati there. Remember who is Padmavati? Mother of Kamsa. So she, because of old age, thoda uska judgment had gone away. Sometimes it happens when we become old, our sense of judgment goes away. So she said, because both of them are glorifying Brijavasis. So Padmavati gets very angry. She says, you useless fool. She looks at Rohini. She says, you are wanting Krishna to go to Vrindavan? No. Those Brijavasis are rascals. They are wicked. They forced him to work as a slave. They sent him to forest to herd the cows. They did not even give him shoes to wear. They did not even give him food to eat, and that is why he had to steal butter. So she starts giving her own theory, speculation. And because he was desperate for food, so he would steal butter. And when he stole butter, they caught him. And they punished him by tying him to a wooden grinding mortar. They abused him. This was child labor. And Krishna had to tolerate all of this. So why should he go to Vrindavan? He should not go back to Vrindavan. He owes nothing to them. So everybody was like, what is she saying? And what did Rohini do? Expertly ignored Padma. That is what we also do, no? Somebody says something off. So Rohini expertly ignored her and continued to glorify Brijavasis. And she said, Krishna killed Kamsa, Chanura, Mushtika, and after that all the Shala, Toshala, all the brothers, and they were all, after all of that, Krishna was relaxing at Vishram Ghat, and all the demigods came and honored Krishna. And then Krishna forgot about Brijavasis. Now all this is happening, so it is clear that Rohini and Uddhava are on one side. But Rukmini, she becomes very displeased. Because they are saying Krishna is hard-hearted. Krishna is not reciprocating with Brijavasis. That is a mood, na? So Rukmini feels, no, Krishna is not hard-hearted. She says, no, my dear mother, you have not understood Krishna. Our Lord's heart is soft like butter. At night, he's sleeping on my side, and when he's sleeping whole night, Krishna is only chanting the names of the cows of Vrindavan, all his Gopa friends, the names of gopis, and he keeps calling out to his mother Yashoda, his Nanda Baba, and suddenly he starts enacting, playing the flute. He makes himself into threefold bending form and he starts playing flute in the night sleep. And then he keeps saying, oh mother, give me butter. And then he starts calling out Radharani's name, and sometimes he pulls my sari and he addresses me as Chandravali. And he cries so much, he drenches the whole pillow with his tears. In fact, last night he was crying so much and he covered his face with the pillow and he's weeping, and he has still not woken up and he has not done his morning duties. And Satyabhama is also there only. Satyabhama says, Rukmini, what are you saying in the night? Even in daytime, He is absorbed in remembering Brijvasis. We are wives only for namesake. Krishna is walking, suddenly goes into a trance and he starts remembering Brijvasis. And he calls the name of his friends. It is as if we don't exist only. So like that, so there are two groups now. One group, who is the first group? Uddhava, Rohini. What are they saying? Krishna is hard-hearted. And who is saying Krishna is soft-hearted? Rukmini and Satyabhama. So when Rukmini and Satyabhama say Krishna is soft-hearted, Balram joins the debate. Balramji is very angry and he defends Rohini. He says, "Oh dear ladies, the royal queens of Krishna, you don't understand my brother. My brother is clever in the art of deception. He is very good cheater. He pretends as if he loves them. But if he loves them, why did he not go to Vrindavan? I went to Vrindavan, he sent me, and for 2 months I was there. I was trying to pacify them. But it was no use. They were not convinced by me. I convinced them hundreds of times daily that Krishna will come. In fact, not only I promised them, I build them pastime places so that they can remember Krishna. And when Krishna returns, they can perform pastimes. And then when I came back, I told Krishna, Krishna, please go back to Vrindavan once. And what did Krishna tell me? Anybody knows what Krishna told Balram? Yes, certainly I will go. So Balramji is recollecting. Krishna assured me I will go. But what did he do? He did not go. So you can know a man's mind by his action. Now when Balram was speaking like this, actually the whole conversation, Rukmini, Satyabhama, Padmavati, everything, Krishna had actually woken up. And Krishna was inside the room, the door was closed. From inside, Krishna had heard everything. Now Krishna opened the door. And he came out crying uncontrollably. Loudly he was wailing. And he said, yes, my heart is very hard. It is harder than thunderbolt. Otherwise it would have split into two. The Brijavasis love me and I am distressed. What should I do, Uddhava? Tell me, Uddhava, what should I do? Because Uddhava is his advisor, no? And Mother Devaki is there. Mother Devaki also loves Krishna. So she sometimes feels, oh, Krishna may go away to Vrindavan. Because everybody is telling, na? Uddhava, Rohini are saying. Balram is also saying. So now Krishna is asking Uddhava, what should I do? Uddhava will tell him, go to Vrindavan. But Devaki doesn't want Krishna to leave Dwarka. And at the same time, she can't say, don't go to Vrindavan. So she she says, Krishna, give the Brijavasis whatever they want. So when she says, give Brijavasis whatever they want, Padmavati becomes afraid. Because Padmavati is very attached to Dwarka's opulences. So she feels, give whatever they want means what? Krishna may give away whole Dwarka to them. And then they will make Dwarka into Vrindavan like forest. And my opulences, because she had Dwarka has a lot of opulences. So she feels that she will lose lot of things. And Dwarka will become like a village. So immediately she gets scared. Oh, Krishna will give away. So when Mother Devaki said, give anything the Brijavasis want, Padmavati says, no, Krishna, wait, don't worry. See, Brijavasi's problem is, they took care of you, I understand. You are there for 11 years and 8 months, no? So they must have fed you and they must be thinking that they spent a lot of money on you. So what we will do, Ugrasen Maharaj and myself, we will take help of Garga Muni and we will sit and calculate all the money they spent on you. And we'll properly calculate all the expenses. And then because you enjoyed their assets, and what we will do, after all the calculation, we will pay the Brijavasis double the amount of money so that they have no complaint. But you don't go anywhere. Don't give anything to them. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. And what did Krishna do? Any guesses? How did he respond to Padmavati? Ignored her. That is the only thing you can do. And Krishna turned to Uddhava and looked at Uddhava, what should I do? And Uddhava said, Krishna, Brijavasis don't want any wealth. You send material gifts. And they were so sad. They said, Krishna wants to give us these things. Better to die Actually, Krishna, they're already dead. They're refusing to eat. After killing Kamsa, Krishna, when he embraced Nanda Maharaj, he had promised Nanda Maharaj that I'm coming back to Vrindavan very soon. And he said, I love all the Brajvasis. Please give these gifts to them. And Nanda Maharaj was speechless and motionless. He was just standing like this for 3 days, like a statue. And when he gave all the gifts to the Brajvasis, they were crying. This is what Krishna is giving us. He's not coming here himself. But Nanda Maharaj told the Brajvasis, don't worry, I believe in Krishna's promise. And then Uddhava tells Krishna, but Krishna, you never went. Instead of going, you sent me with the message that, what is the message Uddhava was sent with to the gopis? Don't worry, meditate on me as the super soul in the heart. So Narad and Uddhava says, this is the message I read out. They almost died in disappointment. Is this what you wanted to? So then I had to struggle so much to pacify them. So Uddhava, Rohini. Now Krishna is also saying my heart is hard. So other queens like Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi, all of them, they start crying because they feel Krishna will now go away. So Krishna is also, everybody is crying. So Krishna says, he asks for a letter and a pen. He starts writing a letter because he's not able to speak. So many emotions are there in Krishna. See, we began Narad Muni's search for the best devotee, right? So after a final search has come to Gopis, Brajvasis, and there Krishna is also now declared that they are the best. And he asks for a letter. He writes a letter that I will come soon after I complete my duties. And he gives it to Uddhava. And Uddhava reads it, he starts crying more. He says, Krishna, please reconsider sending this letter. Unless you step in Vrindavan, they will not survive. Go to Vrindavan. And now Padmavati goes crazy. Because if Krishna goes away, she will lose. And Uddhava is openly, directly saying, and before Uddhava, Devaki had already said, give Brajvasis what they want. So Padmavati starts shouting, can't all of you see what is happening here? There is a big conspiracy. Devaki and Uddhava are being bribed by Brajvasis. They are sending nice butter, milk and sweets every day to Dwarka. So Devaki and Uddhava are on the Brajvasis side. And they want Krishna to go back so that Brajvasis can make him a slave again and send him to the dangerous forest of Vrindavan filled with thorns. So now Rohini gets very angry. Till now they were all ignoring her. So Rohini says, oh mother of Kamsa. So she doesn't address her as Padmavati. She wants to remind her that she is the mother of Kamsa. Then she says, Brajvasis only want Krishna. Otherwise they will not survive. And then she starts glorifying Vrindavan. She says, every moment in Vrindavan of separation from Krishna is like a millennium. And she starts, and then she says how the gopis, microsecond, when the eyelids close, microsecond, they can't see Krishna, they become disappointed. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karna brajat kapola subagam savilasahasam nityotsavam na tatrapur drishibir pibantyo naryo narascha mudita kupita nimesha. Just one moment they can't see. Maharaj was giving a class on Gopi's love. Once he was saying that, how much is one microsecond, nimisha? How many times have you blinked your eyes in the class so far? You don't even know. So many times you keep blinking. And then Maharaj looked at the devotees and said, and how many of you have kept your eyes open in the class? So many of us. So then Rohini starts glorifying how the Brajvasis are looking towards the western direction, waiting for Krishna to come back. So like that, they are glorifying so many verses, beautiful verses. And Padmavati, she is so foolish. She thinks Krishna is being exploited there. There are no thorns in Vrindavan. The whole forest has soft, smooth sand. There are lakes, waterfalls. And Vrindavan has more pleasing environment than Vaikuntha. There is no danger from animals. All animals in Vrindavan are filled with prema. There is no violence. There is no theft. Brahmaji has taken birth as the mountain of Barsana. Lord Shiva is Nandagaon. So how can there be any problem in Vrindavan? Then Padmavati says, then why am I hearing that the animals are dying there because no one is taking care of them? Krishna, he has unbearable pain now. He looks at Balram for solace, and Balram is also crying. And then actually Balramji wanted to tell Krishna that some Brajavasis are already died in separation, but he doesn't give the bad news. He says, Krishna, why did you remove the poison from Kaliya lake? Brajavasis feel that if there was poison, they would have died there. They want to go and drown themselves in Yamuna, but Yamuna has dried up because of separation from you. They want to jump from Govardhan hill and commit suicide, but Govardhan in your separation has shrunk so fast. Govardhan has become so small. They haven't eaten anything, but they're not dying because they are constantly chanting your holy names, and that is keeping them alive. So, but the whole of Vrindavan is now going to end in this fire of separation. And Krishna puts his arms around Balram, and both of them start crying, and torrential tears, and they both fall unconscious. And then what happens, we will not discuss now because it's 9 o'clock. There is an amazing story. They both fall unconscious, then Brahmaji comes and they are taken to a very special Vrindavan. And what happens there, that you can read in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. I will pause here, it's already 9. Any comments or questions we can take now? Hare Krishna. I didn't realize this will be so long. It's a long pastime actually. Any comments or corrections or questions from this pastime? So basically, to summarize, we spoke Prahlāda Maharaj's prayer. The mood is what? What is Prahlāda Maharaj's mood? Nothing for self, everything for Krishna. And materialistic people are everything for self, nothing for Krishna. And where are we? Middle ground. Middle ground means something for us, something for Krishna. So if you are at this level, how do we reach the higher level? What are the 3 things we have to inculcate? Affection for Krishna, appreciating the gifts that we are getting, and finally, aspiration for being like the gopis or like Prahlāda Maharaj. So for improving our aspiration, we discuss this pastime. Hare Krishna. Any comments, questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, this question is not related to this topic. I'm very grateful, Prabhuji. I hear your ABC classes and Heart's Place classes. Prabhuji, one of your lecture you told ki, to develop a strong relationship, there should be honesty, like what we reveal and what we share, and suppose that vulnerability should be there to be authentically we have to share ki what we are. Ki sometimes suppose ki we are like doing in a like sadhana nicely, or we are on a good part, then should we represent ourselves still in a like imperfect position or vulnerable part? How do we present, Prabhuji? Few years back what happened, ki me and my friend we had to give one exam, and she told ki I can't share room with you because you are very calm during the exams, and seeing your calmness and peacefulness I get affected. Ki how can you be so calm during the exam periods? Then how we should Prabhuji represent ourselves? Should we pose ourselves imperfect only to develop relationships to? So I'm sorry, Prabhuji.
No. You are saying, if I understand rightly, you are saying that on the one hand, you have heard me say that one should be authentic, vulnerable, but you realize that when you are like that, not everyone will appreciate that, and so therefore, you are asking, should I change myself, or how should I be when I'm in the society, when I'm with other people?
Yes,
That's what you are asking, right?
Yes.
I've understood you correctly.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. So, vulnerability is who we are. We are actually vulnerable. It's not a strength or a weakness. It's a reality. Now the question is, you don't have to be vulnerable with everyone. At least with Krishna and 1 or 2 close people, you can be authentic, vulnerable. But sometimes in this world, one has to be vyavhar kushal, we say. Diplomacy is not bad. You don't want to bewilder others. You can't go around telling others about all your problems. Like you gave an example of your sadhana was good, you are happy, peaceful, calm. So you're not being wrong in being authentic. You can say, I'm calm, I'm happy. But the main thing is humility. Humility doesn't mean to deny. like one devotee sings very well. So somebody appreciated him. You sing so nicely. So he thought it is humility to say, no, Prabhuji, I'm very fallen. I'm like a crow. I don't know how to sing. That is not humility. The other extreme is, yeah, I'm the best singer. That is other extreme. Humility means to say, oh, the singing is good. It is Krishna's mercy. Krishna has given this talent to me. It is Krishna's mercy that I could sing well. It is Krishna's blessing that I could please all of you by my kirtan. Please bless me that I can always serve Krishna. This mood is actually humility. So humility doesn't mean to deny. So if you are feeling calm, happy, you don't have to deny it. You are happy practicing bhakti. But humble means give credit to Krishna. Humility means not to deny. Humility means to give credit where it is due. So vulnerability, authenticity, appreciating Krishna consciousness, being who you are is a strength. But sometimes in this world, it may not really help to be who you are everywhere, every place. Because that's where the world is, This duality. So we have to maneuver, we have to navigate through the challenges of this world. And we have to do the needful. Srila Prabhupada often says, do the needful. We have to do the needful in different situations.
Thank you, Vraj.
Thank you. Yes.
Do Narad travel further to search the perfect devotee?
No? Okay, end ho gaya.
Okay.
So there in the end, when Krishna is telling, Narad Muni asks Krishna after the whole conversation, then they come back from New Vrindavan, Nava Vrindavan, then Krishna tells there are perfect devotees, there are more perfect devotees, there are most perfect devotees. And then he says, there are most perfect devotees. Then he says, there are more than most perfect devotees. And then there he says, most something perfect devotee. Then ultimate perfection. And he says, the best example of ultimate perfection is the gopis of Vrindavan, added by Srimati Radharani. So like that. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. वो पीछे आपके उनको.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for your nectarian lecture. I was very pleased to listen to you. There is one question, Prabhuji. Can you elaborate a little more about Uddhavji, how Krishna cultivated friendship with Uddhav? Was he a resident of Vrindavan or Mathura?
Oh, I am not so expert. Would anyone like to answer? Nityananda Prabhu, would you like to answer, please? About Uddhava. I know from what 11th Canto verses we have read. Anybody else knows? They can answer. I'm not so... I don't know much about Uddhava. I know only from 3rd Canto and 11th Canto. So he used to play with Krishna dolls when he was a young boy. And he was very attached to Krishna from childhood. So, but details of Uddhava, I don't know.
Uddhav was from Vrindavan or Mathura?
I told you I don't know. Would you like to answer anyone details? Anybody knows? I'll find out and get back to you. आप बोल नहीं रहे हो नित्यानंद प्रभु want to answer? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, when you told that we ask devotees to pray for ourselves and we may be self-conscious, but when you were speaking this, I could realize that this is what I always do, that we always ask devotees, please pray for me. But I think it's that because we aspire that if I become devotee, then only I can
Yes.
love Krishna and all.
Yes, yes.
So is it
Of
because
course, beautiful.
is it like when we ask that please pray that my yatra should be good, being self-conscious because we just want to be...
No, I'm sorry if I came across like that. No, we should pray. We should ask devotees to pray for us because our Vaishnava Acharya's mood is Kandiya jana iba dukkha gram samsara na lahoite magibe vishram. We go to the devotees crying, Krishna, devotees, Vaishnava Thakur, please pray for me. And then the devotees hear our plea. Shunya mara dukkha Vaishnava Thakur ama lagi Krishna ave dibena prachur. They go on our behalf to Krishna. Krishna, this devotee is struggling with his job, with this, please help him. And then Krishna, Vaishnavira Nivedana, Krishna Dayamoy, Ehena Pamara Prati, Habena Sa Daya. So Krishna becomes very merciful when he sees that a devotee is praying for another devotee. So we always have to pray for each other. But we should not only be expecting others to pray for. The mood was, the whole idea, this whole journey of Narad Muni is what, See, generally our life is centered on I, me and mine. My bhakti, even gratitude is all about I. I am grateful because I got this. But there is another higher dimension of happiness which we touch when we get out of the I world. When we appreciate someone for who he or she is, independent of me. Generally, even when we appreciate, it is because he did so much for me. This person has an independent reality. And when we can see that, then we enjoy the nectar of insignificance. We think, being insignificant in this world is such a pain. We want to be significant. We want to be somebody important. But actual rasa is when I am nobody and others are wonderful. Krishna is beautiful. So to come to that level, we have to begin by somewhere seeing about others' interests, others' glories. So Narad Muni's journey is teaching us that. Okay, we'll stop here. It's 9:10. Once again, my sincere gratitude to all of you for attending the Bhagavatam class and encouraging me. Hare Krishna. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
रिकॉर्डिंग होता है दोपहर 11 वाजता आज का तुम्ही काल घेऊन गेले गाडी घेऊन हां ठीक आहे तुमची पण द्या आणि तिकडचेच पण द्या कारण की ती त्यांचा एडिट वगैरे